when you believe in a big God, nothing's impossible. And
Amen.
you know, I've seen miracles happen before my very eyes. And because of that, like when you're in a journey with music, especially, basically music makes the world go round, because that's the double former's specialty in heaven. So if he could influence this world with music, when we influence this world with God's music, you pretty much on a difficult path, but it's not impossible. And
Amen.
God makes ways for you, and he opens doors when you're being obedient and doing his will and his time, and making sure that everything in your life is aligned to what he wants you to do. So I want to talk about also just, it's not bad to have a passion, and it's not bad to chase dreams. That's what God wants you to do, because he put those desires inside of you. Now, what comes to a difference is if you're chasing dreams without God, they become selfish dreams, because you're chasing vanity. And with those things, you know, you could accomplish certain things and you could get so much with your own strength, but when you die, they don't come with you. So what are you really doing it for? Just for yourself? Just to live your life and then die and then all those things go away? Or are you doing it for a purpose? Are you doing something to accomplish what God has called you to do? Are you bringing people to his kingdom? Are you bringing people to church? Are you bringing anything at all? Are you taking church to them? You know, it's
Amen.
really about the good news, and it's really about the gospel. The good news is that Jesus is alive.
Yes.
And I've approached people that when I was evangelizing, they're like, oh, well, I believe in Buddha and I believe in Muhammad. And I'm just like, that's all good. You know, you could believe what you want to believe. But Buddha died and Muhammad died. Jesus died.
Come on.
And then he lives. There's a difference. So, you know, and he's still alive. He breathes in us and he lives in us.
Yes.
And like God, I describe God like the wind. You can't see him, but you can feel him.
Right.
And when people want to give me a hard time, you know, I just be like, you know what? If you really want to know who God is, test him yourself. Ask him if he's real. I guarantee he'll answer you. Because
Yes.
I believe in my God that I can test him like that, because he always answers my prayers.
Come on.
And he always answers the prayers of the righteous.
Yes. Come on.
And when people say, oh, my prayers have not been answered, I've been waiting for like a long, long time, really check yourself. Are you really waiting, like are you waiting, or are you believing, having faith when you're praying? Or, you know, you're just worried and nothing ever happens. And, you know, our faith comes into test too. I've been tested so much with my music, it's not even funny. And sometimes I just wanted to just sit there and cry and just give up, but I keep fighting for it, and God's leading me to different places. So, and as a youth, I think you guys really need to chase your dreams, but pray that God is involved in everything you do. Because everything you do is for the glory of God. And even when you eat, when you sleep, if you have a desire to bake, to cook, who knows, maybe you could turn that into a restaurant and glorify God through it.
Yes.
Or if you have a desire to clean and help people, maybe you could own a business that helps people clean and glorify God through it and help other people. Whatever it is that you do, just glorify God with it, and he will bless you, because you're doing it for a purpose. It's not just for yourself anymore. And, you know, that's a revelation I've had for my life, for myself. And trust me, when I try to chase things by myself, oh God, I don't need you, I got this. He'll let you do it. He'll just sit there and be like, okay, I'm going to see what Natalie's going to do. You don't need me? Okay. And then I just fall down the wrong road and like, this is too much, I can't do this anymore. And it's good when you have a relationship with God. To have a relationship with God, you could actually hear him speak. You could actually hear his voice. When you pray, you know you're going to be answered. You know, like, you're not alone when you're going through hard times. And I'd rather be with God through the hardest times than one day without God through the hardest times, because I actually feel the most lonely. But when God's right there, like, you know, you feel him there next to you, so, like comforting you, giving you peace. You ask for peace, you will get it.
Yes.
Ask and you will receive. It's based on faith and just believing in God. And, you know, there's one time that I actually felt like God, like, hugging me, like, physically. There's no one there, but it's just me and him. And I was going through a hard time, and I was praying, you know, God, I just need a hug. That's all I need from you right now. And I literally felt like it was Jesus just hugging me, because it was like a warm, like, physical touch, you know? And maybe it sounds crazy, and maybe it is, but you know what? Maybe I'm crazy because I believe in God, but I wouldn't change a thing. Because I'd rather be crazy in God than crazy from this world.
Yeah.
And there's a sense of freedom in that. I just want to thank right now my pastors, because, like, if it wasn't for them and to support my ministry and what I do, I wouldn't even be here. And if it wasn't for them to step into that room when I was being rebellious, and just that one act of obedience can change someone's life, because I was basically on the way to death. So I'm really thankful to have Pastor Lucy Wilfredo here, and you know, to have people that you can really depend on and open up to. That's rare to find. It's rare to find churches that you could just open yourself up and know that you trust them, and know that they really will be there for you. And so I want to thank my church, because, like, I've grown to love you guys, even though sometimes I'm not here at all the events and stuff like that. Yeah, I do that sometimes. But, you know, I still love you guys, and I know you support me, and it means a lot to me and everything. And, you know, I support you guys whenever I can too. And that's what community is for. Church shouldn't be just because you have to go. It's because you want to go. It's because you want to see people that genuinely love you. And if it wasn't for that act of love that she showed me that day, I wouldn't be here. And I thank God for them. And, you know, I hope that if you guys don't have a church home, you could visit here as well. And, you know, every person that I brought here have literally said, I don't feel judged. They're always scared to come in because I'm not